Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Great Blue Rants About Things, the channel. I have been meaning to do one of these for a while. I don't do these like consistently or have any real plans for them. It's just a way for me to talk about random stuff that's going on in a way that is unintrusive for my main channel. So hopefully, if you're sticking around, you're definitely engaged in the Great Blue universe, the Great Blue universe, even. So what I want to talk about this evening, I'll get to in a second. Before that, I will say hello. Sorry, my uploads have been very, very slow recently. I have been getting absolutely butchered by school. I just finished basically all of my finals tonight. I still have like a couple things, so I'm not free yet, but for the most part, I am done with school and able to put more energy into YouTube, which is great. I've been really missing being able to like work on stuff, and it's looking at my catalog over the past few months. It's been a lot less dense than I would like it to be. Not that I want to like rush projects or anything, but I've just not had the time to put into it. As far as what I want to talk about tonight, really just the entire future of my channel, and I'll kind of explain what I mean by that as I go, but I've kind of hit an important crossroads in my life, and I don't know how exactly my YouTube channel plays into it, or really what frequency or what way, but that's been kind of on my mind. I mentioned school earlier being a problem, but as it turns out, this is my last semester of school ever. I am completely done, really, basically. Not really, but as far as like classes go, I am completely done. I never have to take a class again. And for the past couple years that I've been in college, I've been supporting myself just off of this YouTube channel. I don't live in a super expensive area, so it's not a huge deal to be able to work like part or full time on YouTube and completely pay for rent and stuff. So that's been cool. But I've kind of hit the not really the problem, just a major decision that I need to make of, do I want to do this YouTube like full time now that I'm out of school, or do I actually want to pursue a more traditional job in my actual field? So my actual field is like basically front end web design. It's a decent mix of like graphic design and programming, not a huge deal there. I won't get into like really doxable information, but that's kind of the gist of like what I'd be doing as a job. Not super far off from what I'm doing with YouTube, really. But that's the type of field that I definitely want to like make a presence at. I know as far as like that field goes, you don't really keep jobs super often. You do tend to like hop around as like more of a contractor than as someone at a full-time position. But I don't know if I want to start that now or if YouTube is the best choice. Kind of for YouTube, the best thing going in favor of it is it's really now or never, right? Like if I just say, you know what, I'll do YouTube in like 3 years. Well, chances are when I come back, if I left YouTube for 3 years, everyone would leave too, right? I'm not going to just come back and everyone's going to be here waiting anxiously for my return and supporting me greatly. It's like, yeah, if I like let YouTube kind of decay, then I don't really have the opportunity to just pick it back up. I would have to completely rebuild it, which is a risk that I would be taking. Like if I'm actually in a job, I don't know if I would have the time or energy to rebuild a channel like that. So I think now is like a great time to do it, but I also know that now is like a really good time to start pursuing actual work in my field. And anything that I would decide to pursue, I think would take up a pretty good chunk of my time and energy. So while I could do YouTube like part-time and do like a web design job part-time as well, it would be a lot more challenging than I would like to admit. Like even with school, I don't know if I probably have been putting in like 40 hours a week, but even just like on the weeks that I'm only putting in 20 hours, I do notice a significant drop in like the time and energy that I actually have to sit down and record. Not just available time, but like the time that I am like actually feeling it. I'm like motivated to like crank out a script or like do a voiceover or whatever. That definitely does go downhill the more stuff I have going on in the background, and being able to do YouTube solely as my like main source of income, I think I've been doing for the past couple of summers, and that's been working out. But I don't know if I want to make the sacrifice of like not having the time to kind of grow in the field. I think my decision that I'm making, at least for now, is I am going to do YouTube at least for the first like 6 months, because again, like I said, I've been doing it over summers and it's been fine. But I don't know, like maybe I'll get tired of it after 6 months straight of doing it. I don't know myself and how I work in this specific scenario well enough to say like, yeah, I'm going to be able to do YouTube for years and years and never have a problem with it. Who knows? Maybe I want to mix it up. Maybe I want something more structured come like a year's time. And that's something that I kind of have to think about. So that's been the main thing that's been weighing on me over the past few weeks and months. I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm still not really sure. I guess we'll see. We'll see where fate leads me. But my goal for now is I'm gonna do YouTube for at least like 6 months full time, really putting in all the effort, and hopefully the effort will pay off. I want to make some bigger projects. I guess, yeah, I was going to do this for New Year. I don't care anymore. Speaking of bigger projects, I want to talk about what kind of stuff I am looking at in the future, because another concern that I had with doing YouTube full time is I don't know what my personal shelf life is. I think I mentioned this in a video on this channel a while ago, but I feel like personally, and I don't mean to say this as a Debbie Downer or anything, but I feel like personally, I am only as good as my ideas are. I'm kind of the idea guy in the TF2 sphere, and it's like once I run out of ideas, which I think has slowly been creeping up, there have been times where it's like there just aren't really any ideas that I'm super excited about, and there are ones that I'll work on, but they aren't just like crazy interesting to me like they have been. I think that's been more of a common occurrence recently. So it's like, yeah, how do I manage with running out of ideas completely? Because I'm sure it'll happen at some point, right? I don't have like infinite things to talk about with the game, even though infinity is a pretty big number. I have a decent amount. I have like 50 or so ideas written down. Probably not all of them are good ones, but I would say a good chunk of those are ideas for other types of videos that aren't like the main ones that I'm known for. Yeah, I probably have a good like 10 to 15 like what if or like random TF2 history videos. So it's kind of been like not really scaring me. I don't know if that's the right word, but it has been a concern that I've had of like, yeah, what happens when I run out of ideas? How do I support myself? Because I don't think that I've built up enough of a like personality or community or whatever that most people would stick around. You probably are one of the people that would if you've somehow made it to my second channel and are like this far into a rant video, but a decent amount of people won't, and I've kind of seen that through a lot of the stuff that I've put out that's not like the what if videos. I don't know. I feel like I kind of blend into the like background radiation, so to speak, of the TF2 commentators, and I've not really done anything specifically to stand out. So the thing that I want to do for at least 2023 or whatever amount of time that I'm focusing on YouTube is I want to do a shift toward more personality-based content. I have had a lot of people, and if you're one of these people, you know who you are, tell me that I would be really, really good at streaming and that I should try that. I don't know how much I agree. I don't know if I'm, like, quite the next Jerma, as some people have a little bit perhaps graciously said. But I think that, yeah, if I did streaming a little bit more and I kind of, like, built up the stamina and stuff that it takes to be, like, on for that much of the day, I think I could probably have a bit of success with it. I just don't... I guess with streaming, the main issue is that it's a brand new thing that you have to build up, and it's like, even though it only takes a couple hours out of like your day or even potentially out of your week, your audience that's going to follow your streams and the audience that are going to follow your videos have overlap, but they're not the same at all. Like, for instance, on my Twitch channel, if I stream on my Twitch channel, I get, like, maybe 20 viewers if I'm lucky, versus, like, on my YouTube, where if I stream where most of my audience is, it's like, yeah, everyone gets the notification and people tune in. But really, the only reason that people are, like, tuning in, I guess what I'm saying, is because they just see the notification on YouTube, and it's like, well, I'm subscribed to him, let's see what this is about, versus, like, being a personality that people follow. And I kind of want to change that a little bit. I want to do more content where I think my personality can shine. I know challenge videos have been kind of like cropping up within the TF2 scene a little bit more, and I have been reluctantly, not even reluctantly late, I have been like frustratingly late to the party, just because when they started becoming popular is when school started becoming like really, really time consuming, and I've not had like weeks at a time to sit down and just play the game to like work towards some challenge. But I want to try those a little bit on top of like doing streaming and stuff. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not like the most confident about myself, but I mean, there's only one way to find out. I can't just definitively say, nope, not gonna work, and then never try. Like that's obviously not a not a decent outlook on life, or really anything within life either. So yeah, as wide open as the future is, I think there's definitely still some fear to really commit to anything, just because I know that like fully committing is a very easy way to experience a lot of failure very, very quickly. And I'm not saying that to be like negative. I'm saying that, yeah, if I start experimenting around with stuff, like inevitably a pretty good chunk of it is going to fail. That's just how experimenting works. Not everything can be a great success unless your name is, well, I probably shouldn't name drop. There are a couple people that are frustratingly successful with literally everything they're doing on the platform, but I'm not one of those people. I know that, like, yeah, most of the stuff that I put out is a little bit experimental, and not all of it will do well. I guess I still am like breaking like the 100,000 view mark on a lot of TF2 content, but when it's compared to like my what if videos that maybe take a week at most, and then I'm working on like some really cool like crazy idea, like the spy versus God idea, like that one I was really excited about. But that just didn't do as well as I expected it to, and I was a little bit sad about like, oh yeah, I tried this brand new thing. I spent like a while messing around with this and coming up with it, and it's like, well, not a ton of people were interested in it, but that's okay, you know. It's not everyone has to be interested in everything, so not a death sentence there. But there have just been like a couple times where I've experimented a little bit, and it's not done as well as I would hope to really put a bad taste in my mouth when the word try something new comes up, because it's also a time commitment too, right? It's like, if I'm spending like 3 weeks on a video, well, that's 3 weeks that I'm not spending on, I guess, like a different video that's like a safer option. So if I put it out and I'm like really, really stressed and it just doesn't do as well as I want, well then like, it's hard for me to view that as anything but like a wasted 3 weeks. So there's just a lot of, I think, subconscious fears in the back of my head that I'm dealing with in terms of experimenting, but I'm hoping to at least get past that a little bit. We'll see. So that's for the most part what's going on. I'm hoping again in 2023, I think my main 3 goals are going to be, number 1, try to inject my personality into a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. Number 2, actually try to like get excited about projects again, because it's been probably a good couple few months since I've been like really excited about something I've been doing. Most of the recent stuff has just been me doing it because like, well, what else am I gonna do? I need a video. And then number 3 is I want to like grow my community and grow my general skill with doing everything in such a way that once I inevitably do run out of ideas, I'm not just like completely stuck in the middle of the ocean with no support. Like I want to be able to really stand on my own 2 legs, be able to make stuff and make people want to watch stuff because I'm the one who made it and not just the thumbnail and title looks interesting. We'll see how that goes. I have no idea what that's going to look like, but what do I have to lose by trying, really, other than potentially months to years of life experience within my career field that is extremely difficult to make up? Like I said, I'm going to be cranking up the content production a little bit. Some of the stuff that I've had to do for school this semester particularly is just like off the wall bonkers. So I am in graphic design, right? Like that's basically the title of my major. Some of the things that I've had to do are very, very loosely related and are extremely time consuming. I had to make an entire wooden like table, like an artesian wooden table for finals week. It's like, what is this? This is not anywhere related to like the major that I'm in. Why do I have to learn woodworking and learn how to use like these random power tools when most of my job is going to be spent on a computer? Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest. This has been a very like strangely time consuming 6 months, and it's been fun, but it's just been a little bit annoying because I've just not had the time to put into the stuff that I really want to develop. So anyway, I'll try to do these a little bit more. I think that just talking into a microphone and getting stuff off my chest is a great way to kind of connect with random people. Also to get stuff off my chest, I think that's a benefit in and of itself, and maybe get feedback along the way. I think that's the benefit of talking and like actually uploading this and sending it to anyone who wants to watch. Is anyone can say anything, and sometimes the things people say are just like bare bones nothing, but sometimes you do get the really good advice, and learning how to filter is an important skill. Anyway, I need to sleep. It is like 3 in the morning right here, and yeah, bye.